Oh, I've been traveling down the road with no place to go, no place to go. Pockets filled with holes, money's running low, truck is moving slow, and I keep growing old, 'cause I've been traveling down the road with nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Yes, I've been traveling down this long, long road with no place to go. Don't see no end in sight, sundown turns to night. Tomorrow's another day, wandering away, yeah. Wake up to a faucet leaking, down's barking, so I'm leaving. Dead tired and so mistreated, but I just keep right on traveling down the road. I keep on traveling down the road, down the road. No place to go down this long, 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 long road. No place to go, yeah. So I keep traveling.
Mama said I ain't right, got a bad streak a mile long.
and welcome to Casual Sunday. We're back with a new game. We have the Shapeshifting Detective tonight. I really wanted to play another FMV game, and felt like the right one to do. So that's what I decided on. But before we get into it, as always, I want to pimp my social medias. I have the TikTok, the Instagram, and the Twitter. TikTok for the videos, Instagram for the photos, and Twitter for the words and such. But if all of those are a little bit too much, I also... What the hell is that piece of hair doing? My hair's all floofy today because it was raining all weekend. We also have... Here, you can follow me on Twitch. We're only 3 away from our follower goal. So, you know, hopefully we can hit that soon. And on that, we have, I'll be giving away a game and be, probably opening up a Discord and, trying some homemade wine on camera, which, could be good or could be poison. I'm not really sure. To tell you the truth, it's kind of just been sitting in my closet for like 2 years. But I have delayed long enough. What say we go ahead and hop into the game? So, I know nothing about this. I know it's another FMV game by the same people who made The Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker. So, let's hop in. But I literally know nothing about it. The Shapeshifting Detective. That's really cool. It's like, I forget what that's called. Like the painting,
Radio August. Dark Nights.
Hey, Dapper, how's it going tonight?
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Edison.
How are you?
Your August update. August police are appealing.
How's your weekend going so far?
Following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief Dupont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act.
Oh, and as always, if the game's too loud, too quiet, or I'm too loud, too quiet, let me know. I can adjust things on the fly.
It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Well, hopefully you're having a decent enough day at work. I'm doing all right. Been kind of a
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Quiet day. Oh, that's a hell of a way to greet me. Well, I guess we're getting right into it. Who are you?
Exactly. Rewind.
I'm sorry, what now? Okay, I guess we're back to the openings. So I saw,
Radio August.
so Dapper, I saw your tweet a moment ago. You're really getting into that 7 Days to Die game, huh?
August update.
It looked fun. It just,
Appealing for information following
looks
the
like a
murder
lot
of
to keep track of,
21-year-old
is all.
Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief Dupont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act.
Yeah, anybody who isn't in the know, you should check out Dapper's streams when he does, because they are always a rip-roaring good time. Lately, he played Friday night. Yeah, I think it was Friday night. Nice. Friday night he played 7 Days to Die with SAD integration, and it was a blast. So I highly recommend.
Keep your mouth shut.
Okay, let's see what the trash can
You know why
does.
you're here, don't you?
Okay, I guess trash can is quiet. Nope.
The dead girl.
Oh, that
And
seems
this.
serious. Well, what's that?
What exactly were you thinking?
I think it's pretty clear I
You
wasn't.
got one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
This guy's giving me some real Will Wheaton vibes. I'm gonna keep quiet.
Splendid. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else.
Is it because of the shape-shifting?
This person. This is who you are now. Understood?
And they just kind of throw you right into it. Silence.
Understood?
Okay, I guess I can't be silent now.
Splendid.
This Will Wheaton wannabe's
Someone
real,
so much
like,
as
jerky.
sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated. Deprecated.
The fuck does deprecated mean?
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident
Okay.
Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley, the 8-month-old basset hound puppy.
Alright, so I can't turn into a child and don't get caught.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Like,
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules.
oh, she was in,
particular, no shoes in the guest house.
understandable.
The carpet's priceless.
Well, that's douchier, but
How
okay.
long are you staying for?
Shoes are dirty. Like, as long as it takes.
Yes. The chief said it may be a while.
I'm kind of excited. Like,
Dirty, though.
it
There's not been
it does
many
look like it's
yet.
going to be interesting.
Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Visitors?
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
I'm sorry, tarot reads.
Yes, the murder.
Go on.
You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you?
I think it's pretty clear I did not speak to the chief yet.
Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should
I'm very
probably go
excited
speak to the
about
chief.
another
The room
FMV
is
game.
just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
No comment.
Just finishing.
I'm gonna lean
Is that
into it. Nope.
That's okay. Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Alright, Brown. Pleased to meet
Pleased
you.
Sam. If you'd like a reading.
I wouldn't say they're a thing, but they do still exist, which is weird to me. It feels like a weird thing to still like be a thing in
What's your
2022.
question, Sam?
Will I win? I'm gonna hit the meta question, sure.
The Fool.
Damn right I
I'll
am.
see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam?
Probably. Did you do it?
Enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable.
Spoken like a
I'm in one,
loser.
That's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
Last on the
We're
left.
neighbours. Just knock if you need me.
I don't think I'll be needing you.
At night, man.
Unless you are the murderer.
With Poe and Monroe. Okay, so we've heard from Alex. And Alex is
This one gives you a good bit more agency than Dr.
Now,
Decker.
It's a woman lying in a lake with her eyes closed and her black hair streaming beneath the surface.
Let's hail a cab.
She must be
And let's go talk to the chief.
Chief Inspector DuPont.
Alright, Chief Inspector DuPont.
I suppose you're between jobs?
I prefer unemployed, but okay.
Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead.
Oh, I thought her title was director, not her first name.
It's the tarot readers.
Why, the tarot
I
readers?
predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up.
I said she seemed shifty. Crazy?
It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs.
I do love me a transdimensional thingamajig.
Smoking something. And that's why I didn't take it seriously.
Then why isn't she in jail?
Things. I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside.
Okay. I'll try. No promises.
I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real...
But I love annoying people. It's one of my favorite things.
I'll help you.
Where's my badge and gun?
Huh? There's no badge and gun, just a hope and a promise. Come and find me when you're settled.
Be a lot cooler if you gave me a badge and a gun.
Don't blow it.
Alright, tell me about Doretta.
She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself.
That's weird, but okay. When was she killed?
Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner.
Okay.
I got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m.
Pardon. Alright. So we know she was killed at around 9 p.m. on the 9th. And it was a Monday. Alright. What other questions do we have? Do you have an alibi for last night? Where was Doretta killed? What can you tell me about Violet? What do we know? And leave. Alright, Chief Inspector Dupont seems like he has far more information, so it's probably a good idea to... They had one hat for this whole shoot. And they ran with it. Alright, let's see his alibi. Let's see if we can rule him out.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius.
Alright, where was Doretta
In her
killed?
bedroom. She was naked.
Good place to be naked.
No signs of sexual...
Not a good time, most of the time.
Weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me.
Uh-oh.
Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this.
That seems important.
Only the killer would know.
Okay, so that can be a way to verify whether or not we are actually talking to somebody who knows something. Alright, what can you tell me about Violet?
Born here, runs the local guest house.
Okay.
Hey, lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
He has that weird squeaky
She told you she'd
inflection.
taken pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone.
I didn't remember anything about pills, but okay. What do we know?
Perhaps you should do some investigating?
The 9th, 9 p.m. Bedroom. I just spelled bed wrong. Like an adult. Bedroom. Coin in mouth. Important. Coin in mouth. So, all in all...
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigation.
Okay, I was pretty sure I already clicked on that. Alright, and she was a cellist.
Of her life.
Head back to the
They're
guest
all,
house, see what we can
all the
find.
perhaps different aspects of her life.
We'll start with Violet.
Seen Chief DuPont already?
Yes. Did you know
Not really.
Doretta?
I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though.
Why do you say precious lamb?
A lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they?
Hey, Mini Wheat, how's it going? Thanks for the lurk. So Doretta was nice.
Yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
The two aren't mutually exclusive. You can be nice and slutty.
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend.
Where do I find her boyfriend? That seems
Oscar
important.
lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though.
So, she was dating a man of the cloth.
Already.
That's weird. But I don't know enough about religion to say one way or the other if that's a thing or not. Who are the other guests?
They're tarot readers.
They're like a convention. Like, why do you want them to leave?
Because they may have killed someone.
Yeah, but you may have killed somebody. We're not sure yet.
Is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos.
Looking a bit myself. This is a cause. Cool. Like I said, man. Like no pressure. Like hope you have a pleasant day at work. And I just realized it's a weird foot thing on the screen right now. I'm gonna ignore it. But yeah. Hopefully I can. Hopefully you pop in and out. But like I said, no pressure. Enjoy your time at work. As always, thanks for hanging out, Dapper. Hobos or killers? I'm gonna question hobos because I don't think that's like a yeah. I don't think that's like a.
Strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed.
I don't think it's the sign doing it. All right, let's see what she was doing last night.
I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere.
Okay, they mentioned the pills. This unfortunately doesn't have the same. Just unbutton a little bit of her dress. Like, she was in Dr. Decker as well, and super flirtatious in that. And it's hard to not think of her as some weird Cthulhu siren. But yeah, it doesn't have the typing thing. Like, I actually made sure I had my keyboard on my desk and ready to go. Of course, I thought I could type in questions, but I cannot. Like, I'm literally doing this blind. Let's see if she's ever been to Doretta's house.
No, and I didn't murder her, if that's what you're asking.
I'm literally investigating. Like, don't get pissy at me. Ooh, we can ask about the pills, though.
I take clozapine. They're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
I was about to say it.
I don't know, Dr. Sam. You tell me.
Real defensive.
Say 20 flights? It's soft, she says. It's then I realize Vanessa's body's gone. Just the throw remains. Still stroking the couch, she continues. Why do you keep the quilt on it? I'm in shock.
All right, let's visit Brown.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
I am not. All right, I want her alibi, so we'll ask that first.
Reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Or
She
Violet.
came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her.
Hold on. Well, how did we get to you think Violet's trashy? Because it's a trashy romance novel, which is a standard way to describe those, like, trashy romance novels. I feel like we're kind of, like, extrapolating in a weird way to get to Violet is trashy.
The book was trashy.
Yeah,
Look
okay.
at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
It is a rather spacious guest house. I have some questions about the murder, or how did you predict the murder? I want to know about the prediction, but I don't feel like she's going to be straight about it. We'll ask about the murder.
Chief thinks I did it. I'm
Kind of leaning that way as well. We'll see how this goes. Why should I convince him?
That you dig a little deeper than the chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death.
Except you
We saw
predicted
danger
the
in
murder.
cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam. We're on the same team.
I often find that people who tell me they're on my team are not on my team. Unless it's wiffle ball. Then they're possibly on my team. I still don't trust them. Not after last time. How did you predict the murder?
Not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
Now, I know absolutely nothing about tarot, and I am a dyed-in-the-wool skeptic, so, like, I'm not trying to offend anybody if that's a thing you believe or a thing you're into. But it's one of those things where I feel like everybody who tries to give you answers based on a tarot card reading are always super dodgy with any kind of actual concrete information. It's all very, like, wishy-washy kind of shit. Which, to be fair, I feel like a lot of people who do it in certain instances, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of people use it especially for, like, hey, I'm trying to find out who killed this person or what have you. Tend to do it for very selfish reasons. And they kind of use a little bit of what's called cold reading, which is how, like, that show with, man, I'm bad at names today. I want to say David Blaine, and I know John Edwards. Crossing over with John Edwards. He did this thing called cold read. And I feel like a lot of the tarot, like, non-believers who use it as a means of, you know, deception, use it in the same way. But can't you ask who the killer is?
These cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
Should I get you a different deck?
Spirits, just could be good spirits. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to sell that one. There's no other use for it. Thanks, Monroe. As
All
always,
right.
You've been a great
I don't know who Rain is, but
and we'll be back
Brown
soon.
mentioned Lexi visiting her, so let's see if we can confirm that.
Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa.
It is neither, you know, you Kasha or me Kasha. We're in a guest house. All right. What were you doing last night? Why did you come to August? How well do you know Brown? And how well do you know Dorota? He wanted to read it as Dorito. And I just ate, so I know I'm not hungry. It's just me being stupid. But every time I see it written. Alright, let's find out what she was doing last night. See if it lines up with what Brown said.
And we were painting our nails.
Can I see your nails?
I mean, yeah. I've already cleaned it off.
I was about to say, they look awful unpainted.
The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery-pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
Huh. You do whatever the cards tell you?
No. Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
You get paid for jobs.
I didn't say job. I said job.
Ooh, I do not trust her at all. We'll see what happens if I just stay silent.
Yeah, it's a tarot thing you won't understand.
I should have called her on that. Gosh, I don't trust her. I don't trust her at all.
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
Do you think she killed Dorota?
No.
Dorota? Did you know Dorota?
I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
She's kind of suspicious as hell. I don't trust her. How did you know she was going to die?
Fortune telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
The Happy Squirrel.
You've done your research. The happy squirrel was vague and mysterious, but not evil.
Wait, is there a literal Happy Squirrel card? I know absolutely, like, nothing of actual mechanics of tarot cards. So what is the most dangerous tarot
Five
card?
of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost.
I was gonna say it's because swords are dangerous and there's 5 of them. Drew the 5 of Swords?
Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
Wait. I feel like I really missed the notebook from the last game because there's things I want to know more about.
Her hollowed out heart. He gave her a moment of peace.
All right, let's go visit this Rain character.
You must be a new guest.
Ooh, I don't like him.
I'm Rain, by the way.
Nope. Put your hand back. Silence.
I heard you say earlier your name's Sam.
Currently.
You don't look like a Sam.
Does anybody look like their name? What were you doing last night?
In my room.
A lot of that going
Praying,
around.
Actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work.
What didn't work?
My prayer.
No shit, I meant...
The girl would be safe.
I like how viscerally I'm angry at this dude already. It's the haircut. Alright, what did you know about Doretta? How did you predict the murder? How did you predict the murder?
A group reading, actually.
Well, let's see if it matches
with
what...
a special tarot deck.
What's her name said? What did it tell you?
You get it piecemeal. Not everything in one reading.
How convenient.
The last one we did showed a young woman being murdered. Young, talented, probably red-headed.
Tell me about the special
Mercury.
tarot deck.
It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck,
made by Ford,
so you'd be the querent. With Mercury,
is Mercury still a thing?
And the answer.
I think they went out of business. Actually,
kind of change. It's a special deck.
Can I see the Mercury tarot?
I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Bronwyn. Tell me what you know about Dorota.
I know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician.
You've said that already.
No, not at all.
Hmm.
You're completely barking up the wrong tree there.
Am I, though? Well, that's what the killer would say.
Spoken like the true killer, posing as a detective, trying to frame someone else for the murder.
Bear tore her apart and
I don't like him, but I
with
don't
her,
necessarily
a
think he
true
did it.
Final bedfellow.
Let's see what tuning the
The
radio
virus
does.
Wasn't quite spreading yet. That
Okay, I can just turn it on. Okay. Alright, let's go up to our room, because I think I've explored as much as I can right now. And our room might be the end of the day. If this is broken up like the last game was, where it's broken into days, that would make sense. Something in that mirror? Like waiting for a jump scare. Like lazily turning around in my room. A big room, though. Hmm.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Oh. Oh, I'm shapeshifting. That's what this is. Alright.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
We're gonna exit. I want to try something. Go visit
Come on, are you
Lexi.
okay?
I'm not okay. I'm okay. I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Okay, so that didn't help me any. But does kind of teach me about the mechanic of this.
Something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another rite?
A rite?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
I want to know what they were chasing in Birmingham.
Stop Birmingham?
I can make it say things. Alright,
The Traveler? Dead Girls? Ring any bells?
So this isn't the first time that they've... I should really not be pushing too hard.
It follows the same pattern as Birmingham. We're looking at 2 more victims.
Ooh, that's a good price, though. I'll have to check it out. Like, I'll make a note of it. Because that ain't a bad price, and it might be a good thing to have, like, just kind of tucked away to try out at the very least. 7 days. Thanks for the heads up, though, Dapper. I'll check it out when I'm, either on break or done, but... Let's see what Violet has to say.
Something I can help with, Miss Castle.
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that. Why would I run?
Yeah.
You're prime suspect, aren't you? You look strong enough to strangle another woman. Even if you're innocent, a jury would probably convict you.
Even if I'm innocent? You look...
Well, if you can't pay for your rooms, you might just find out.
Okay. I kind of think, like, Violet seems dangerous, but not necessarily the one who,
Somewhere safe to transition.
who did the murder.
A superhero.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
I do like the little, like, voice thing he does. For Fate. Pronouns are more complicated with a shapeshifter. But...
What's
very
up,
brown.
Lexi? I'm sensing...
Rowan?
Something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. I'm more worried about Violet. I didn't see her last night, did you?
You think she's the murderer?
On hold your hand. Okay, cool. It does have... I figured it because it was like more of a online survival game, it would have a more steep difficulty. But if it has a mode where I can kind of figure it out a little bit first, like that would definitely make it more palatable to me. The dialogue's super interesting. It is one of my, like, this company, while I do think this falls closer to B-movie than, you know, like serious dramatic art, I do think that, like, there's a certain amount of fun and interest going on. And they set up a mystery well enough. And I know Dr. Decker, actually had multiple endings. I found out after I beat it, like, I did a little bit of research the next day, and it had multiple endings, and, like, who could have been the killer is randomized at the beginning. I just happened to get lucky and picked the right one. So if this game's built similarly, I'm interested to see how this could work out for them.
Did Violet know Dorota?
I have no
They're
idea.
playing Life is Strange.
They're both redheads. Maybe.
So,
Has a club.
my biggest problem with Life is Strange was the presentation of it. Like, it's very angsty teenager, and I'm just a little too, like, old guy for it, I guess. Like, I did play the first episode when it came out and enjoyed it. But, like, I would like to... I should probably revisit it, but I think I have it on PS3, so it might not be a thing I can show to the audience. At least not yet. I haven't figured out how to beat the encryption on the PS3's HDMI. Still working on it. But yeah, I do agree. Like, it's a neat element for the games to have the multiple endings and randomized thing. It makes every playthrough kind of unique. But yeah, there's like 3 different elements at the end of Dr. Decker that could have been randomized. Who the killer was, who your character is, and who the other guy that you like can deal with is. Yeah, True Colors looked like it was interesting, admittedly. Like, True Colors did look like it had a little bit of like a neater edge to it. And if I'm thinking right, that's the one with the 2 brothers, right? Or is that the last one that just came out? Colors. But either way, like a lot of people say they're really good. The Life is Strange game. It's just one of those things where I'm looking at going, well, it's not my cup of tea, but right on. All right, I went and talked to Brown. Let's visit Ryan.
Something's
Rain.
weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
I can't remember what game Hellblade is. I know I've heard of it. It's just I'm completely drawing a blank right now on what game. But right on. If it's good, right?
No. I'm just worried.
I feel like Lexi might be the person I would get the least amount of info from others as.
No, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Got ya.
Please don't ask
Okay.
us to leave. The police want alibis from everyone for last night.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
Please don't ask us to leave.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds ominous.
Yeah, no, I'm still like drawing a blank though. I'll have to look it up. Like,
if one of your crew did murder
let's see.
Dorota, you can't really stay here.
Because this one won't minimize if I Hellblade. Okay, yeah. All right, I remember that. That got really good reviews, if I'm not mistaken. Like, Hellblade got really good reviews. I don't know anything about the gameplay, though, admittedly.
Hello, I'm Violet.
The little wiggle's cool,
Violet.
too. Alright. Leave the room.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning to be here?
In town?
Very robotic
Don't know.
readings. I noticed.
Until the tarot tells us to leave, or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die?
We didn't know she was definitely going to die, only that she was definitely in danger of dying. Tarot cards can tell you a lot when you know what you're looking for.
I got a special 3D print that's printing up. It's not going to be ready for a little while still. This is the first of 3 or 4 pieces, and it may be one of the biggest 3D prints I've ever made. Like, physically the biggest. And I'm real excited for it, because it's going to be a backdrop thing. Not video game related, but it should be real cool. And it looks real. I gotta paint it and all, though. Visit Rain. I already visited Rain. Overviewed, and it's one that can mess with your head, because it fixed episode. Yeah, okay, that... I do remember hearing something about that. Like, it was actually very, like, it was very effective, was, like, the term that a lot of people use.
Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. That seems like a way to get caught.
Did you...
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What makes you...
Your name's written on the inside cover.
That would be a good indication that it's hers. Well, that's one mystery down, gang.
Hello, Violet.
We figured out whose trashy romance novel it is.
I'm just going to tidy it up.
Tidy up,
Have a
huh?
pleasant evening last night.
Great
How's
day.
this?
The room's really lovely.
But you weren't in this room, were you?
Bluff.
I didn't see you around yesterday.
I'm gonna...
Oh no, was I sleepwalking again? I haven't done that since... for ages. I didn't come into your room, did I?
No.
Let's see how far we can take that bluff.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I do that. It only seems to happen when there's a lot of bad energy floating around. Bronwyn says I just stand there and stare.
That's creepy.
Catch you, not sleeping, did I?
Oh. Just walk. Can you imagine saying that to a person and their immediate reaction is just turn and walk out? Alright, I think we've explored all of the options we've had for our gang of people. Because I don't want to impersonate the chief. Although, we're going to do one more. I'm going to do Rain.
I'm Rain.
We're going to see if I can get girls to give me a little bit. I still think Violet is the most suspicious, mostly because she doesn't have an alibi. Braun seems like she, Browen, she doesn't seem like she is really innocent, so to speak. Something about her I don't quite trust yet. And Lexi, she's very flustered at everything. Like, all of her responses seem to be either very codependent on somebody else or very, like, wishy-washy either way. So I'm not really sure yet how this is. But...
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about...
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know. But okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Okay, this is...
Psychopathic tendency? Crime? Psychopathic tendency?
This actually sounds like it could be
Real bunny boiler.
helpful. Okay, that immediately shut off that avenue. I feel like this one might have a bit higher stakes. Like, in terms of...
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Ooh.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here?
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
Oh. They are... So they do have some form of ulterior motive. I wonder.
I'm busy. You gonna turn yourself in?
Yeah. No.
Then you're wasting my time.
Ooh. That's interesting. Okay. So I can... Where's Violet? Let's turn back into Sam and go look around a little bit. Because it's interesting that Violet wasn't there. Visit Violet.
Claude, why am I being asked all of these questions? What have you said to Sam? Well, that's not the impression I'm getting.
I'm right here.
No, Claude, you listen to me. We had a deal and you said no questions asked, and a lot of questions are being asked. No.
Oof. Actually, I have it right
I'm
here.
not the killer, so why is everybody asking me all of these questions?
So, A friend of mine got a Cricut recently, one of them vinyl cutters.
Yes, goodbye, Claude.
And she's been on like a tear making cool shit for all of her friends. So she made me this. A little Stars tumbler glass. With like the same purple and white Stars logo that I made. That's neat, right? She actually took a photo of my 3D print and reprinted it. And cleaned it up in Cricut and printed it using that from a photo of my 3D print. Which is really cool. Sort of between the two of us, we can make the weirdest Etsy shop. Is there anywhere else Sam can go?
You're listening to Radio August.
Play me by the hour.
The murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help.
1800, a dame to dime for.
The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
Yeah, it turned out real nice. Although,
meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family,
it's actually really funny.
The festival has been postponed.
I don't know how well it'll show up on camera.
So do stay tuned.
She accidentally forgot to put the E on the end of police, so she had to print the E separately, but didn't save the file. So she had to make the E out of whole cloth, and it's just slightly bigger and bolder. But it looks great. Like, it's cool that I got like a little glass that matches my my background thing and my coaster.
That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
It's like I have I made myself a little Stars coaster for my desk, because that's actually how I started making those. Okay, I can keep investigating or next chapter. Let's move on. Let's go talk to Oscar.
Who are you?
I'm a shape-shifting detective. What part of don't get caught is the Sambro not like, yo, yeah, no, I didn't notice it when I first looked at it. Pardon me. I noticed it after she told me. Like, it looks really nice, though. Like, it came out really good. I'm a little worried, though. I don't know how well it'll stand up to, like, washing the glass, so I'm a little hesitant to, like, start using it. I don't want to ruin it. It's very nice. I'm Sam. The Saws hired me to investigate the murder.
The local police are so rubbish. It's been a day.
That's what I've been told.
It's typical of them.
You mean they didn't catch the murder in the first 24 hours? Did you see Dorota yesterday?
Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, you know, hanging out. I left at about...
I made a mistake by getting soda for this, because I don't really like ice in my drinks. So now I just have kind of warm root beer. And it's actually a little, like... I'm getting that, like, saliva-y thing in my mouth. Where,
I'm playing football.
Where were you at 9 p.m.? Wait, you're playing football at 9 o'clock at night?
She never picked up.
Okay, finished at 9:30, which I think is 9:30, or 8:30, or half to 9. I don't know. But yeah, like, root beer was a weird choice for this. What can you tell me about Dorota's parents? How long were you dating Dorota? I want to know more about their relationship.
A couple of months, maybe. We did care for each other.
Was she seeing anybody else? She was killed in her bedroom. Violet at the guest house called her slutty.
What's it got to do with her? Bitch. Mind you, it's not exactly damning, coming from someone as frigid as her.
Why frigid?
She's all prim and proper with it. Sorry, it's just... Why do people say things like that? You're not supposed to speak ill of the dead.
I don't know who keeps saying that. Like, I get that, like, the dead can't defend themselves, but if you're an asshole in life, you deserve to get called out for it in death. Like, that is just, you know, the harsh, like, consequences of things. You can tell me about Dorota's parent? It's possible the killer was hiding under her. That's actually a good question.
That's disturbing.
Yeah, murder do that.
The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet, and suppose someone could have hidden in the closet.
Have you hidden in there before?
Not hidden. Well, she liked it. Liked me to watch. Not other guys. Just, she had these, you know, voyeur fantasies.
Go on.
She'd ask me to hide in the upstairs closet. And then she'd walk in, strip off, start touching herself. She got upset if I came out before she'd finished. I'm sorry, is this helping with the investigation?
I feel like most girlfriends are pretty upset if you come out of the closet too early. I said what I said. What can you tell me about Dorota's parents? What was in the closet?
Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
I mean, dress for the job you want? I don't... What can you tell me about her parents?
They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music.
Was Dorota supposed to be young? I don't remember them giving us an age for Dorota. It's like, if she's in her, like, mid to late 20s, I feel like it's less weird having a wedding dress. But if she's, like...
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright?
17, it's weird to have a wedding dress. Oscar was playing football last night.
Too. Not a suspect.
Who's on your suspect
Tarot
list?
readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them.
Not even Violet? I mean, Violet doesn't have an alibi, and she's complaining about us asking questions. I feel like I'd add Violet. Doesn't know where she was Monday. That's...
I'll look into it.
Please do. What do we know?
Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller, whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange.
Okay.
Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
Okay, cool. So I think the chief is operating as our notebook, as weird as that sentence is to say. So, okay, I've at least figured out that there's somewhere where I can go back and somebody will refresh me on the information. That isn't just me shorthand writing it on a piece of paper. Alright, let's visit Violet and talk to her. Why would someone kill Dorota? Do you think Oscar killed Dorota? Let's see if she turns on Oscar.
Son. No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam?
Different faces?
Okay. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know. Would you, Sam?
Why would someone kill Dorota?
She flaunts herself. Her body. Had boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother.
Hold on.
Ask Jack Weston.
Nobody else brought up photos. Tell me about Jack Weston.
Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking.
Do you know where he is?
At Weston's Photographic? Off the high road? It's
It makes
late,
sense.
But he's always there. I have a good memory.
How do you know that?
I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4.
Yeah, it seems about right. Alright. Lexi says she was in her room last night, not yours.
Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today.
Tell me the
Fine.
truth.
Jeeve Dupont was breathing down her neck, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together.
You
If these
lied.
walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically, it'd be true.
Why did you lie?
To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie.
How would I know if you're telling the truth if you lie? What were you doing in your
I was
room?
logged into Tarotism. It's a phone reading service, and I get paid by the minute. Which, now that I'm saying it, it's not something I really should be bragging about.
No. I mean, I get it. Like, get that bag, but, you know.
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking.
Did he tell you anything about Dorota?
He confided in me quite a bit, actually. He seemed to appreciate having someone to talk to, and he knew I couldn't tell anyone what he said.
You can tell me.
Oh, Sam. You know I can't do that. Tarot reader client confidentiality.
Not a real thing. Absolutely not a real thing. Visit Rain.
What can I do for you?
Wipe that smug smile off your face. I don't know why this dude just bothers me. How did he get Dorota's name from the tarot?
We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name.
Ah, yes. The ancient power of Mattel.
It's Lexi's thing. I don't personally go near them, but in this case, it did help.
Well, aren't y'all a regular Scooby gang? Couldn't you use the Ouija board on its own?
Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time, it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest.
Tell me more about this Ouija.
Once we thought there was going to be a murder,
Ouija boards?
Lexi used the Ouija
Fuck
board
that
to
all
find
up.
out the victim's name. It spelled out Dorota.
How does it work?
This is going to sound weird. Most
Well, make it sound
people
less
believe
weird.
Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveler who died here.
I'm not even gonna acknowledge that with a question.
You don't believe me.
Not at all.
Well, ask Lexi or Bron. They've got their own ideas, but my theory is definitely the more plausible.
If time travel's the more plausible answer, I am screwed. Lexi mentioned you're here to do a job.
We're trying to save people.
Are you the Winchesters?
I said we're trying. We have a gift.
Not very well.
We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them.
Where were you before August?
Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either.
Well,
The thing with
Alabama's kind of
travelers
rough.
Well, let's put a pin in this one, Sam.
Birmingham, travelers.
Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it.
Got ya. I'll send her right in. Wink. Like I made absolutely no effort to wink.
Ability isn't endless. It will run out at some point.
Oh. Wait, what?
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Let's go talk to Rain.
You can tell Sam about Birmingham.
Well, what can I tell Sam that you haven't already?
You know Sam likes a fact check.
I don't really know Sam. But if you're sure, then I guess I'm sure.
Good.
What did you tell the police you were...
I told them the truth, that I was in my room. I'm not sure if they can fact check it, but it's the only alibi I've got. Kind of wish we'd all stuck together now.
Yeah, it seems stupid.
You already told us. 8 o'clock. Ron, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. That seems like it was a trap. Go to my room, return to Sam, and we'll go down and talk to old Rain again. And his smug haircut. Oh, it won't let me ask about Birmingham yet. Okay. Braun. Tell me about the Ouija board.
I like to think it works the way most metaphysical things work.
Not at all.
Through energy.
Energy?
Everything is energy. You...
Very reductionist, but okay.
That chair. If you focus hard enough on something, you attract energy. Like an electrical current that connects A to B and lights up a bulb.
Okay, that didn't help me any. I don't know what I was supposed to do with that.
Back from already?
Yes. Why did you lie about your alibi?
How did you find out? Am I in trouble?
Depends on why you lied.
Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was, though. Cross my heart and hope to die. No, I think Bronwyn met him.
Tell me about the boyfriend. For what?
You'd have to ask her. Or him. It's not my place to say.
Okay, what about the Ouija board?
It's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars and space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that.
Go on.
With so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me?
Yeah. Hooked on every word.
Sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name.
The time.
In the spirit world.
The spirit world runs on a different time zone. Like. The spirit world runs on a different time zone. That's what you're giving me here, game? Wow.
I know. Mind-blowing.
I meant that sarcastically. Tell me about the Traveler.
That's a really old role-playing game, isn't it?
Rain told me all about it.
Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a cheeky.
Like,
flirting with me?
You're not wrong, Dapper. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, the reason for time difference in terms of like the world is because distance. Like, it's how far off of the axis from the sun, and distance because the sun. If we're talking about metaphysical stuff, like, there's no distance. They're overlapping. There shouldn't be a time difference.
Oh dear, am I blushing again? There's a murder to solve. Maybe you should do that first, then me. No, not like that.
I forgot what the question was, and I answered yes. Apparently I was hitting on her. Okay, can't ask her anything. Can I ask him anything? No. I hope the... Wait a minute. I know I can't ask her anything, I just want to see something. I think the radio is named Decker. Yeah, the radio is called Decker. Huh, that's interesting. Hail a
It's
cab.
7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update.
The camera never
Chief Department
lies.
of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community
Really
at
love
large,
these loading
residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stick with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Poe and Monroe. All right, let's hop on to the next chapter. And we'll talk to Jack.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment.
That's a nice shirt. I really like that shirt. Are you Jack Weston?
Yes. What do you want?
I'm working with
I
Chief
already
Dupont.
told the police. She did all those things of her own accord. I didn't force her to do anything.
It's weird that you had that ready to go, but...
Oh.
And that it was apparently a different woman.
Sorry. I'm afraid I didn't know her that well.
You photographed
All this
her?
chronicle. She won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot.
Come on, that's like photography 101, though. Did she come to the studio?
I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat.
So you know where
If
she
you asked me to
lived.
drive there without my sat-nav, no.
Was that the only time you met
actually,
Dorota?
I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there. As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello.
Yes.
Yeah. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around.
Well, yes, that's how you play a cello.
Ooh, hang on. Do you see what I see?
Are we talking about these weird resolution lines here? The fact that your backdrop's not wide enough? Like, what are we doing? What do you say?
Nothing. She's just a very attractive girl. That's all.
I feel like I screwed that one up. Did you take any other pictures? Violet told me.
needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography?
Yes, I'm aware of boudoir photography. Don't know why I had to put the accent on
Very
photography.
tasteful boudoir photographs are all about leading the eye, and letting the imagination do the work.
Beautiful art form, actually.
Most photographers
Like-
mess it up. It's not supposed to resemble a Victorian whorehouse.
I actually do think that's accurate. Like, a lot of people go a little overboard. It should be more teasing than direct. But that's also just my opinion of an art form, and in all reality, if you're the artist, do it how you damn well please. There are no rules. Do it how you want. Who did she get them for?
She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume. Would you, like to see them?
Don't be creepy about it, dude. I am investigating. Yes, I would. I really hope there's nothing saucy in these.
As you can see, it's all very artistic. Dorota was a natural. She lit up the front of the camera. Want to see the videos?
I'm sorry, videos? They're kind of bland. Yes, I'd like to see the video. Like, they're all very similar posing. They're all very similar lighting. There's not really anything dynamic about them. Like, as a set, they don't work. Individual photos probably work a little better.
Here you go.
Also not in love with the set dressing.
There's more.
Show me. Don't give me an achievement voyeur. I'm trying to figure out a murder. Anything could be a clue. A clue, I say. Like, I always wanted to try my hand at boudoir, but like I feel like it would be awkward to. I'm just about to say, she looks frightened. Like, she's a cellist, not an actor, so I don't know if I trust.
She's how you say acting?
Bro, could you have said it creepier? Did you want to twirl your mustache while you said it? She was acting. Like, come on. Alright, you're friends with Violet Gallagher.
Yes. I know Violet very well.
How well?
Takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center.
Why are you so creepy, dude? Why are photographers in video games always so creepy? Like, as a photographer, I'm not a fan of that. Like, photographers in media are always super creepy. Not even just video games. So you're sleeping with her.
My analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex.
God, so much more sleazy when he says, where were you last night?
I'm usually here most nights.
Can anyone confirm that?
Only the roof rats.
Bro, if you got rats in the roof, you got rats everywhere. I don't like that, dude. Actually, I should have checked in with the chief first. Or Oscar. Do all the away team. You know Zach Weston.
No. Who's that?
He's a photographer.
Never heard of him. Who what? Boudoir photos?
Yeah.
She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them?
No, I mean professional.
That's why you're asking about Zach Weston. Maybe I should pay him a visit.
Do not pay him a visit. Why can I not, like, say don't? Oh, that was Oscar. I clicked on the same person twice. I'm still working on
anything else on Zach Weston? Let me know. And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then. Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork.
I feel like there's a good chance there's somebody else about to come out of the woodwork.
That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now.
How wasn't he on your radar earlier?
I think you're supposed to tell me that.
You're the cop here.
Photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently.
Ooh. I actually have an idea.
Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night.
Yes.
Zach says he's sleeping with Violet, which I doubt. Zach did other photo sessions with Dorota. Boudoir. I wonder what else he's not telling us. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. Bronwyn and Lexi lied about being together last night. You're still following up Birmingham. Keep me posted. Yeah, you mentioned the word traveller to me, but he's nothing. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that.
Ooh.
That's it.
When do you, I'll give you a couple minutes, but, I have a thing. I ordered that coffee you suggested to me. But when you get back, if you can still hear me, let me know, because I I will talk about that. What do we know? Leave. Okay. Let's head back to the guest house. I want to talk to Violet, because since he brought up doubting that Jack and Violet are a thing. So, talk about Jack Weston again.
Do we really have to?
He says you're sleeping together.
Oh, vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it.
Go on. Why doesn't he act like it?
He's irresistible to women.
I do feel like I need a shower after talking to him.
No.
Oh, what the fuck? Why is there a child? Who the fuck is you? Go to my room. We're gonna shapeshift into Violet, and then we're gonna go talk to,
I'm Violet.
talk to that photographer.
Violet.
I do like how it's the Decker radio. Hail cab.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
Did you hear about Dorota?
Did you hear about Dorota?
Town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Not a celebrity, victim, but...
Local celebrity?
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
Hmm.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
I came over last.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
Interesting. I feel like I'd make a terrible shapeshifter.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
That's interesting. He didn't say the name twice. He just went right into... Go talk to Violet.
What are you doing here? Quick, don't let anyone see you.
Why don't you want anyone to see me? Are you happy?
I didn't say that. But we both know what Dorota was like. Practically threw herself at you.
She didn't throw herself at me.
The boudoir sessions. Some girls get the wrong idea. I saw how she was looking at you. She wanted it.
That's a weird thing about boudoir photography.
You saw the photos? You?
No, silly. But I saw the photos.
Why don't you want anyone to see me?
What? You're the one who said we shouldn't be seen together. What are you doing here?
Interesting.
I wanted to make sure we were still...
What did you do? What did you say to Sam?
Everyone's talking about Dorota.
I know. But I suppose...
Violet just moved up on my list. Her and Jack. They're doing something.
Like what?
Homewreckers. Anyway.
What home was she wrecking?
I hope you didn't just come here to talk about Dorota.
Interesting. Go up to our room and not be him anymore. Just return to being Sam. I feel like there might be a little too much going on here. I'm gonna check Violet, make sure there's no new conversation tree. Okay. I feel like there might be a little too much going on here. I'm not sure if, like, I'm utilizing everything.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
Logged in till 8. 7-something p.m. according to the transition. Let's go see if that holds water.
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait?
Okay.
Just give me to 8, okay?
Okay. Those two have verified each other. Go talk to Rain, I guess. Who suspiciously is not working.
I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, oh no. He did mention the rota.
That's important. What about the
He
rota?
said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was the rota Shaw.
Wait. I mean, yeah, so Birmingham. But...
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing.
Interesting. It's a thing?
Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3.
Why did the Traveller want 3 victims?
You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute.
Tell me more about the Traveller.
I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds.
Why demons? They come from other worlds. Tell me more.
Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, didn't you know? There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us.
What in the David Lynch?
They can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one.
Travelers can inhabit us?
Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect.
In simple terms?
They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them.
You think the murderer is a traveler?
Probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August
Progress
update.
the hour a little
Police
bit.
investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents.
I like how
It was a
orange
crime
it
of
makes.
passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last
Which you can
night.
see how
What the
bright
chief
my
will
screen
call a
is.
puzzling
That
crime.
the
I
colors
can't believe
are
people are gossiping already, Poe.
like.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that
Like that's how bright
boy.
my scrreen is.
A reminder
You can
also
see it
that
just
due to the murder, this weekend's tulip
completely
festival has been
coloring
postponed.
my
New
face.
dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Pearl and Monroe. Alright. Let's mosey on into the next chapter.
I've got news.
Why is this shot like the Blair Witch?
We've done a reading.
You were at work. When did you do a reading? The Five of Swords.
That's the same card as yesterday.
So somebody's gonna die. Rain has very hairy hands.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in a deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all three again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Better to do swords.
Wait.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Ellis Munro.
Ellis Munro. Alright. Let's get over to Ellis.
You must be Sam.
I am, in fact, Sam. That's a weird dress.
I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe
How
it.
Chief DuPont? No, I didn't go tell him.
Now me.
Did you know Dorota?
Yes. We were friends. I hadn't known her for long. Only a few weeks.
How did you meet
We
her?
met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show.
What happened after the show, though?
After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back.
You and Dorota were in a
This is
relationship?
just between us, right?
Sure.
We fooled around. I don't have many friends.
Right on.
Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy.
You have no friends?
Oh, and Dorota. People I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants.
That's actually very understandable. Parasocial relationship is dangerous. Could be treated as... You know Dorota has a
Oscar.
boyfriend.
Yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind. But she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else.
Something else? I bet this is something to do with the closet.
Like to watch. So tell him it would be sexy if he could look, but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked.
Okay, that explains the voyeur thing. Oscar's just dumb. Okay. We think the murderer watched her the same way.
Wardrobe? What? Well, then it had to be Oscar. He's the only one it could be.
Oscar was playing football.
Doesn't make any sense. Then she was seeing someone else? No. Someone she knew. Knew she'd be alone? A stalker?
I think knew she would be alone. Do you know why she had a wedding dress?
She was saving it in case she ever got married.
Okay, wedding dress moms. That actually was the thing I was thinking about. Tell me about
We're
Poe.
co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend.
Where do I find him? Partners or friends?
Maybe both, Sam? Poe's his radio name. He's actually John Poe. He's on air now, but you can come back at 8:30 if you want to see him.
I just might. Where were you last night?
On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding.
Do you know Jack Weston?
Well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show.
What do you think of him?
Fine. He keeps asking me.
Oh shit! I think I fucked up.
Without any clothes on.
Yeah, he's creepy like that. Good. He's creepy. I think that she might be the one that... I think she's the one that the boudoir photos were... That would make sense. Like why the boudoir photos happened and then Oscar not getting them. And not knowing about them. Okay.
No.
Any idea who'd want to hurt her?
I did have a strange dream last night, though. My life was playing on a TV screen. And every time I did something, another version of me started playing over the first.
Weird.
In the end, there were so many versions, it became a fog. It filled my lungs. I couldn't breathe. And then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam?
Living a double life.
I don't know what.
I think anxious.
I'm anxious
I think
now.
both are true. I think you hit a
Maybe-
deep sleep phase, but also I think
maybe
it's
the
because you're
predictor
anxious
is
and your
death.
brain's freaking out a little bit.
Or
It wasn't
mine.
that. Wasn't that. I will protect you. What do you want me to
Just
do?
don't hurt me.
That's a weird way to
Don't
phrase
let
it.
me get hurt.
Okay, that's more reasonable.
Sam, you forgot your phone.
Thank you. Alright. Let's go talk to the chief.
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
Oh, interesting. Alright. You know what? I am actually going to... We're about an hour and 40 in. So I'm going to take a quick 10 minutes to use the bathroom and cool down a little bit because it's insanely hot in here right now. So, and refill my water. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Be about 9:15. All right. I will be right back.
Oh, I've been traveling down the road with no place to go, no place to go. Pockets filled with holes, money's running low, truck is moving slow, and I keep going old, 'cause I've been traveling down the road with nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Yes, I've been traveling down this long, long road with no place to go. Don't see no end in sight. Sundown turns to night. Tomorrow's another day, wandering away. Yeah. Wake up to a faucet leaking, dogs barking, so I'm leaving. Dead tired and so mistreated, but I just keep right on traveling down the road. I keep on traveling down the road, down the road. No place to go down this long, 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 long road. No place to go, yeah. So I keep traveling.
Mama said I ain't right, got a bad streak a mile long. Oh, my soul is black as night, what feels right is always wrong. Whoa, like a hard, hard rain. Ain't no hero, honey, no angel face. Oh, I ain't no saint. Oh, I'm cold as fate. I'm sharp as steel. I slice you through. Too numb to feel, too hard to prove. Oh, I ain't no saint. Mama said, honey child, you walk a lonely mile with your serpent tongue, your diamond eyes, and blood dripping from your smile. Oh, you're like a hard, hard rain. Oh, I ain't no saint. Oh, I'm cold as fate. I'm sharp as steel. I slice you through, too numb to feel.
All right, we're back. So, everybody have a nice break. Get some water, snack maybe. It is 1.5 million degrees in my room right now. I have my printer running and my computer and the lights. I have a fan blowing on me right now, and it's not really doing much. But let's go ahead and get back into it. I am still leaning towards...
We've got a new target.
Like...
Alice Monroe. Alice
I'm
says
still
she was in
kind of,
relationship
like,
with Dorota.
stuck between Violet
Girl
and Jack being
She
the
told me
most
John
likely.
Poe, or Poe is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone.
Yeah.
You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston said he was in the studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet.
Yeah, it was her mom's.
I wouldn't know that. That's it.
It's not weird for Oscar to know that, though. Like... Alright, we just visited Ellis. We're going to go back to the guest house. Plus, with it fresh in mind, I do want to talk to Violet as the chief.
You're only alive because we want you to be.
That's vaguely threatening. Well, not vaguely, that's directly threatening.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
I don't know why, and it might be the accent, it might not be. Kind of reminds me of David Tennant. The chief? Like, his voice kind of reminds me of David Tennant.
Claude?
Yes.
Violet, there's been a UFO sighted on a night that you can't remember.
That is a bold bluff.
Shh. Claude, I told you never to speak about this. Wait. So you think it's real?
What?
I need you to tell Sam what happened. It'll help.
Help what? Me?
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
I don't care what scumbag shit everybody else is doing. I just need to know, like, who killed, Dorota and who might kill, what's-her-face? I don't know what can be gained by becoming him. Unless maybe I confront him. I'm not sure what I can gain by becoming her. These three, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards these three not actually being the killer. Maybe still him. I don't trust him. Her, I think she's a believer. I think she's just kind of simple and a believer. I think she has her own weirdness going on. I think she might actually be the next victim. Him, I don't trust. And he supposedly his alibi checks out. So... let's go down and talk to everybody. Alright, let's start with Lexi.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help.
Do you really want to help?
Please use me. Tell me what to do.
Phrasing. Okay, I have a few options. Find out what you can from the Ouija board.
Me and the spirit world are going to have a serious chat. I'll get back to you when I find something.
Alright. I've given her a task. We'll see how that goes. Go ahead and visit Rain. Do you know Ellis
Yes.
Mundo?
I met her at the radio station.
Why were you at the radio station?
I was offering my services. Earning a living's tricky when you travel around as much as we do. And last time I checked, Violet wasn't offering us room and board for free.
Tell me about
In
Birmingham.
it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all three girls within hours of each other.
Jesus.
And we couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity.
What happened to Yuri?
The Butcher of Birmingham received 3 life sentences and won't be seeing the light of day anytime soon.
So they caught him.
We know it wasn't him, though. We know it was a traveler.
I don't know if I'm really buying into their story. I think, realistically, the best confirmation of their story would be the next murder, but that also...
I've heard on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help though.
What's the connection between Ellis and
That's the
Aroa?
million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing.
And what's that?
Not necessarily. If it's a traveler, then they just jump into any vessel, have their fun and go. It just needs to be someone nearby.
Rain said you know about the rights.
A little bit. What did you want to know?
What is a right?
A right can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony.
Coming of age?
Yes, a rite of passage. Running havoc in our dimension is rewarded in theirs. Not fair, is it?
I mean, kind of sounds like a gang initiation, actually. Why were there 3 victims before? Will there be 3 this time? Why was there 3 victims
3
before?
is a powerful number. There's a divine balance to it in our universe, anyway. But maybe it doesn't mean anything where the traveler's from. Maybe 3 is just the carry-on limit for interdimensional travel.
Alright, I definitely don't want to use that one because I don't want to play my hand about the coin in the mouth unless somebody can, because I feel like that's one of those things that you can verify who confessing or not. Do you know Jack Weston?
No. I can do a reading if you want.
Yes. I want to see what this has to say. What's on?
Chariot.
I don't know what that means.
Is Zach a suspect?
Yes, definitely.
I'm sensing there's a lot of tension, pent-up frustration, like he's trying to keep everything together, and if he can just do that... I'm sorry, that's not much help to you, is it?
Not at all. Need your help.
Yes, of course. Anything.
Try to find out more from
I've
Mercury.
already been doing that, but sure, I'll keep at it. Maybe it'll feel sorry for me and finally put out.
Leave. I think she has like a piercing mark right up here. We talked to Rain? Yeah, we talked to Rain already. Alright, let's go see what Violet has to say. Maybe she'll tell us about the UFO. What is with the child?
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia.
Right on.
She's only 9 and she's a maths genius. Hello.
Good.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise, I might have to smother you in your sleep.
Saying things like that makes me think you were the murderer, Violet.
What's your name?
I'm the boogeyman. That is a bold... I mean, it would solve one of my problems, but... I'm Sam.
Sophia, pleased to meet you. Do you want to know a secret?
Yes.
Violet was taken by aliens in their ship.
I was just coming down to ask her about that.
She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your
Interesting.
mum will be here for you soon, so run along and wait.
Interesting.
Now, Sam, how can I help you?
Alright, let's ask if she knows Monroe.
Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio.
Okay. Sophia mentioned
She has a
aliens.
wicked imagination for her age.
Go on. Is that why you're taking pills? Do you think you were abducted? Do you think you were abducted?
You're sitting here now. Perception is reality, Sam.
Not necessarily. Like, have you told anyone else about
I
this?
needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont. And now you, apparently.
Do you think you
Why
were
are you
abducted
talking
last night?
about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
Well, sometimes we have to confront things that are uncomfortable.
No. Not even the moon.
A weird way to phrase it. The chief said you'd tell
I
me.
don't really want to.
Like,
About a month ago, the guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. A cold tap. Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it.
interesting.
On my tongue. And then weightlessness.
Like
time and space had stopped. That was the first time they took me.
the first time?
It's happened 5 times. Even on clozapine. Get that strange aura, then I'm gone. Eye tests for epilepsy, amongst other things. But all the scans were normal.
Did you actually disappear or do you forget everything? What do you... I'm gonna go with, you forget everything. I feel like that's less confrontational.
I have certain flashbacks.
I really need the details of
Difficult
it.
to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others' heads.
Like a stock?
They're prisoners.
Or I guess like a trophy, yeah.
Being
That's, huh.
experimented on.
Experimented
They
on?
arrange us like decorations. Suck us backwards into the darkness and then thrust us back through the wall.
The wood, I feel like, is a thing. Wooden vines. It's not a thing I would, like, equate to spaceships.
Cuts. Bruises. Memories.
I wonder if she's having some sort of episode and then going somewhere else. Hop into cab.
9 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August.
Redheads have more fun.
Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there.
I really do love these loading screens.
In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Alright. I think we're going to move on to the next chapter. Although... yeah, we're going to hit next chapter. I want to visit all of our away people. Like, let's talk to
You're
Poe
the
first.
detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
Trying to figure that out. Are you and Monroe close?
We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things.
Is she dating anyone?
I believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily.
This dude's kind of slimy as well. Anyone hate Monroe?
Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea.
Poe and Monroe?
Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, Detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about.
This is the first we're hearing about Free Radio Project.
Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries,
Interesting.
hairdressers, the guest house.
How can she afford free radios? She's forcing people to listen to you. How can she afford free radios?
She charmed the local electrical store into donating them.
Hmm.
In exchange for free advertising, of course.
Okay. Tell me about August.
You know,
We don't know
this
much about the
town
town itself.
There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August?
Tell me
The
more.
official story
Tell me
is that
more.
Mary August
Does he own a car?
retired from life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened.
Okay. That's the thing, like, I'm not sure if this is some kind of, like, false trail
It's
or...
true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast.
Ah, forced
Mary
retirement.
and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town. This one.
Go on.
They
I like how I can
slaughtered
just be a
everyone.
dick in every
Men,
interaction.
women, and children, all dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts.
Jesus.
The pirates moved in.
Where's the mass
No one
grave?
knows.
Of course they don't.
At some point, it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet.
Hey, special shout out to the Magic game apparently having me in the background. And thank you for following Grinning Feline. I recognize the username. How are you? But hello, everyone. Thanks for watching. We're playing a game about Shapeshifting Detective. We're trying to solve a murder. It's weird. I don't fully know exactly how this is going yet.
Scholarship, not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Barota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger?
The tarot card predicted it.
Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by?
And what gentleman was that?
I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it.
I have a very strict policy of I can pay attention to this and pay attention to other stuff because I think if I get it wrong, it'll be just as good if I get it right.
Look after Monroe, Detective.
And that's also why
She's the only Monroe I've got.
I have a little notepad I'm writing stuff down on that seems interesting. Oh, but Dapper. You said you were going on a coffee break a little bit ago. I wanted to let you know I ordered that coffee you suggested. I got the sample pack of the K-Cups. Hopefully it'll be here soon. I'm really excited to try it. The Bones Coffee Co. stuff. Really excited to give that a try. Alright. You delivered a radio to the guest house.
I delivered radios all over town. I don't think I should have bothered with some of them, though. I don't think... Violet, is it? I don't think Violet liked me very much.
Got you intent to give it a try. I'm excited about it. Like, I haven't really been too adventurous with coffee lately. It's just been like the big cans are chock full of nuts that I normally buy. So like, I'm real excited. Especially the flavors are real interesting. The strawberry cheesecake comes in it, the maple bacon. They're French vanilla, which I'm always a fan of French vanilla. Like, it all sounds real good. Maybe she was jealous.
I don't know why anyone would be threatened by me, though. I'm not interested in stealing anyone's man.
I know that she might be the next victim. Like, that's kind of what they're setting this up. Yeah, you were talking about the strawberry cheesecake not too long ago, I feel like. You were talking about how good it is. That one is exciting, although I'm a little hesitant because flavored coffees are either really, really good or, like, I don't get the flavor. Like, for whatever reason, like, I don't have a refined enough palate for it. But I'm excited to try them. The chocolate edition is probably good. I don't like chocolate, though. That's a hurdle for me. I am that weirdo. I do not like chocolate. Please direct all your hate mail to the email address down below. See, that's good. I always worry about stuff like that with the chemically flavoring, too. Because it's just like, I don't know, we mix some shit together, it might be blueberry-like. So I'm really excited to see, like, how this all tastes. Because I enjoy me a fancy coffee now and again. I gotta make up some more Demerara syrup and get some more Demerara sugar, though. I am out. Where are you going to be for the next few hours?
Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest.
You should probably go somewhere where there are witnesses.
Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
Uh-oh. I'm worried now because you're like, oh, everything else is horrible in comparison. Well, like the coffee too much. I don't trust Jack. Jack right now is at the top of my list.
Go in. There's too many people asking questions. It's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but
you ran out of...
I've said everything I can say.
I got the K-Cups, though. Which, admittedly, I don't normally like ordering K-Cups because I feel like it's kind of wasteful. Getting mustachio on their order, and I just don't that for coffee. Mustachio. I don't follow what you mean by mustachio. Alright, let's visit the chief.
Some heavy rain news.
I'll have to... Oh. Yeah, there's probably like a dish... I know, well, you're a big enough fan of that. I'd be surprised if you're not a member. I know I got like the newsletter where it's like, sign up for our coffee club. Oh, pistachio. Oh, okay. Pistachio coffee probably is good. I know like pecan coffee and other like tree nuts and all. Like they make coffee with those. That could probably be pretty good. What have you got on Rain? What do we know? All right, what do we got on Rain?
That's his real name. And no, he's not a Russian spy.
It does sound rather Russian spy-like. What did he do?
He was
I knew he was creepy.
The murder of a 21-year-old artist.
Ooh.
Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts.
Rain's a murderer. When was this?
About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer.
Yeah, I really am enjoying the artwork on all the bags and on their site. I'm looking forward to like really looking closely at it when I get it, and, like can hold it in my hand and like not be looking at it on my phone because I did order from my phone and I didn't have it on my nice big monitor. All right, what do we know?
Rain's still a suspect. No corroborated alibi. Bronwyn Castle has one. Lexi Taylor doesn't. I got my search back on Rain, or Petrovsky, as we should call him. He's got priors that you're looking into. Rain met Ellis when he was touting for work. He gets around quickly. Ellis knows Violet because of the free radio project. Ellis thinks Violet doesn't like her very much.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I like you.
Hopefully the shipping's quick enough. I actually haven't looked at it. I ordered it Friday, I think. Like, I try not to like keep on top of shipping notifications.
Oscar's in the clear.
I feel like it makes it take longer.
He said that Dorota had a wedding.
Okay. Yeah. Small businesses, that's alright. I'll excuse it for a small business. Which they didn't look like they were overly large, from what I could tell.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's
Oh,
murder of
interesting.
21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else.
Yeah, like nothing I saw indicated that they were like a super big conglomerate. Like,
let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening.
I don't mind longer shipping or like slow turnaround and all. For a company that's reasonably sized or like smaller or more independent. Like,
for that matter, little green
I feel like we all kind of got spoiled by companies like Amazon, where it's like, because they're so big and ruthless on everything, that they get leeway to be like, oh, we can offer 2-day shipping, and it, you know, nobody else can really. Oh, Florida. Now you're making me worried. I don't trust Florida. Bad things happen in Florida. No offense to any of my listeners from Florida, but like,
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that.
Interesting.
Aliens will be normal. Anyway.
But yeah, we're all spoiled by like Amazon and all, where we're expecting everything to get here in 2 days. And what do you suggest we do with? I'll protect her at her house. Send an officer to her house. Tell her to leave town. I'm going to protect her at her house.
Monroe's a local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
If anybody's gonna fuck it up, it's gonna be me. Ellis, I'm staying with you.
Sam, I'm not sure.
Tough shit.
Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me?
Not at all. I'm gifted with certain powers. No, not really. I'll do my best. I'm gonna go with I'll do my best.
That's all I needed to hear.
I don't fully know if I can protect her, because there's no other mechanics. I can shapeshift, but...
I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are. It's almost 10 o'clock, Sam. When's it gonna be over? You said Bronwyn will call when it's safe. Should we call them now? Or are we just supposed to
simmer down. You're going to be okay.
I know you're just being good, but that's kind of easy for you to say right now. I think I'm probably gonna have a heart attack before anyone gets a chance to kill me.
Just wait.
That's the door. That's the door, Sam. What are we gonna do?
Alright. Hide. I have an idea. It's a bad idea. See, I feel like shapeshifting would be a cool power with some caveats. Like, I'm assuming it's not just I can physically change how I look into somebody else. I assume I can also, like, match their voice and, like, match their mannerisms. But I do feel like if you have that power long enough, you get very good at mimicking that stuff. It's like, that's the thing, it's like...
Where's Ellis?
What the hell?
Sam, where the hell is Ellis?
I'm here. I was just hiding. Sorry.
Ellis, thank God. I've been outside all the time, okay? Bronwyn Castle just called. She said the danger is over.
Oh, I don't trust this. Wait a minute.
There's another victim now. Look, Danny's outside. He's going to take you somewhere safe, okay? Sam?
Is there another victim?
You should find out who the next victim's going to be. Then come and see me in my office.
Yeah, I would assume it'd be limited to species. Like, I'm not saying I want to be able to shapeshift into, like, a dog or something.
Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer.
I do think, though, like,
The death of Miss Shaw, who was
because
found strangled
no matter
by
how
her
much
late
you
last
can make
night,
yourself look
has
like
sparked
somebody,
massive police
I feel like there's
operations
tells.
and caused
Like,
alarm
I
among
carry
locals.
myself in a certain way when I walk. I have a certain gait. I use certain turns of phrases. I speak with my hands.
And Monroe.
I touch my face very often, or
I'm sending my love
like,
out to you too.
I feel like all of those are things that
11 o'clock with
you wouldn't necessarily directly notice or right away notice. Huh. But like it could
Sam,
break the illusion, so
I
to
have
speak.
some bad news. We've done a group reading, and it's you.
I'm the next target?
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different.
Yeah, bring it on. I'm ready to shuffle off this mortal coil.
That's why you're the next target.
But
I've called Chief DuPont already.
I feel like it would be easy mode if you can shapeshift and like retain the memories of the person you're shifting into. And like automatically have the mannerisms and voice.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't...
Uh-oh.
Well, we've all got to sleep at some point.
Uh-oh.
I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?
Oh, no. Alright, I actually do not have, like, any kind of solid thing. I do have somebody I think it might be. But, I'm going to ask for a hint and see if it matches.
During that whole thing with Alice, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name.
Okay. So those three are kind of my top three as well. And I'm going to talk my way through it. Let's start with Rain. I don't think it's Rain. I think Rain's too easy of an answer. Like, I am going to meta on that one, but I think that there's too many things pointed at Rain and his stupid haircut and irritating face. So I don't think it's necessarily him. Now, Violet. Violet, it very well could be. But because I had to, like, fight tooth and nail to get that UFO story out of her, I feel like she was too hesitant to tell me that alibi from the beginning. If it was just her, like, making some bullshit up to confuse me or, like, have her alibi just be something that can't be corroborated, I feel like that, like, I wouldn't have had to fight so hard to get it out of her. And then there's Jack, who doesn't have an alibi, was seen by Ellis, I want to say, saying he was going to meet up with Dorota that night because he knew she was alone, because her parents were at the cinema. And then, like, he also is just super slimy. So I kind of want to say it's him. But I think that's who we're going to go with.
Zach, I don't trust him either. He's definitely creepy.
Goddamn right he's creepy.
Myself. With all the information you've given me, I think it'll be enough. Maybe he'll confess too. That would help. Good luck, Sam.
I was hoping that coin thing would come up, but it only come up.
You're still in danger.
Oh. Oh, I'm wrong. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Sam, you asked for these earlier.
Did I?
Sure you get some sleep now. You'll need it. Night.
She has threatened to kill me on several occasions. I want to know, like, alright, I got it wrong with Jack. Big surprise there. I actually am legitimately surprised. Now I'm kind of leaning towards Rain, because I still don't think it's her.
I'm sorry. That was in bad taste. Bronwyn asked me to check that you're okay, and you seem to be. Well done catching a killer, by the way. Well, hopefully you did.
Pardon me for a moment.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer...
Pollen is still kicking my
I feel
ass.
it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier.
It's been bad this year.
They're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded.
Now
And so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, lady.
This loading screen has gone a little too hard.
Forgive me.
Let's see what the next chapter brings. I do like how they're giving us new settings all of a sudden.
How convenient. I'm sorry, I am going to have to kill you.
Holy shit, it was her. Generally I'm up till about 3:30 my time, which is Eastern. I usually start turning in around like 2:30, 2:45 thereabouts. But yeah, like I'm down. You want to hit me up in like my Twitter DM or something? Like that'd probably be the most convenient place to talk if we want to hash some stuff out to do either on or off stream, to play stuff. I want to know the why you're gonna kill me.
I can't quite understand you with all that tape over your mouth.
I wasn't quite in. I didn't think it was her.
And you're getting annoying. I had to kill those girls.
You sold me on the alien thing. Like, he got me on that, admittedly.
Not then. So I've seen the pictures.
I should have known better.
Those little whores. They're not marriage material.
You don't know what other people are into.
Marriage material.
That's the fakest looking gun I've ever seen.
Killing those little bitches until he wakes up. But in the meantime...
Why does your gun look like it's made out of the cheapest... It doesn't even have a muzzle. They put no money into the,
Zach.
Go on.
Is that you? Oh my god. It is you. Here, let me untie you. It was you all along. You were Sam all along. That's so sweet. You wanted to be with me, but you didn't want me to know it was you. You've been looking after me as Sam, haven't you?
I should have known better.
I'm so happy.
But yeah, like, I should have known better.
So happy. Oh, I hope you can forgive me. I don't want to strangle anyone else, and now we're together. It's just perfect.
Sorry, Violet.
Good work, Sam. Jealousy is one hell of a motive. And Violet...
I don't think it was jealousy. I don't think I'd call that jealousy.
I've known Violet for years. It's just so unlike her.
Also...
Let's see if we can get a confession out of her now. I'm thinking it's not going to be easy.
Chief DuPont
I'll catch up with you
is also one of the reasons why I didn't necessarily think it was her. He was constantly like, oh, it can't be her. She checks out, and I know her. I'll deal with her. That annoys me, though. Because I feel like I probably could have guessed it if it wasn't.
I'm so glad to see you alive.
What about the next
There is
victim?
no next victim. Violet's locked up. She's being charged for murder. Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury
Yeah,
would believe.
I'm down.
The
And like I
shall
said, I'm
live,
down to
let
do it
behind,
either
remember
on
what
or
they've
off
done.
mic if the timeline's up. But yeah, like, I'll definitely just, like, hang out and play, though.
we can do
Like,
is try
you might have to deal with the fact that I'm not very good at video games. Like, full disclosure. But, yeah, no, I'm down.
Use someone like you and well,
Like, I'm not really, I don't really play many multiplayer stuff. So, like, I'll leave it up to you. I don't know what she was just asking me. My home is... I do not want to stay in August. Sure.
Really? Oh, Sam.
I guess I'm traveling with the Gypsy tarot card reader people.
Let's finish packing and we can leave this afternoon.
I'm like, I shouldn't use Gypsy.
We're going
I said
to
it again.
change lives. Believe me.
From what I understand, that's not a term that should be used anymore.
Sweet cheeks. You did good. Real good. You win. Alexi hug. Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam.
No, don't say it.
I think I've fallen for you. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. It's out there now. We can get on with our lives.
That's fair. I just, I always feel bad whenever I play co-op games with somebody because, like, I'm not competitive and I don't,
Nothing ventured, nothing
like,
gained.
I tend to,
That wants what it
you know,
wants.
you've seen me play video games. I'm not really all business. And the only games I'm good at are the ones I've been playing for the last 20 years.
Sam.
But yeah, like...
You're safe.
You know, I like giving people a warning. Low expectations, high reward, that kind of deal.
Sorry. I don't know where that came from.
But yeah, no, like, definitely, I will forget, so send me a message on Twitter, though. I think that would be the easiest communication between us, because Twitch has some sort of, oh, I can kiss rain. I'm not doing it, but I can. It's an option I have. Everyone's emotional today.
I know. There's been a lot of death.
But yeah,
going around.
hit me up on Twitter, though. So there is.
However this pans out, I just wanted to say thank you.
Twitch has some kind of weird
Someone's gonna
internal
screw everything,
messaging thing called
You
whispers.
put it all together.
I don't know how they
The
work,
right
and
one
I
stopped.
don't understand how.
But there's tens, if not.
Like, there's also
hundreds
friends
going
on
all the
Twitch,
time, so
and like 5 different forms of currency. And I don't understand any
I
of
don't know
them.
if Bron asked in the end, but I hope you're coming with us.
I also haven't done any of the required reading to figure it out, admittedly. This is not just a, I'm old and, like, not, this isn't really my thing, but...
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye.
Yeah, I reckon we're just wrapping up now. This game's far shorter than I thought it was. But it does look like we'll conveniently hit the end of our regularly scheduled
People
time,
do
at
horrible
least.
things to people every day. I'm just glad there's someone like you around to save us. I mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time.
Yeah.
Even me.
Well, also, like, I've used Twitter DMs before. I, like, know how to manage those. Twitch, like I said, no idea how that works. Happy to save you anytime, or you're strong, you'll be fine. I think she's strong.
To say. Look what you've just been through. I'd have been dead a few hours ago if it wasn't for you.
I will say, I'm
But
not...
You're right. I am strong. I will be fine.
Hey, it's cool, man. Super chatty or not, I appreciate you
like
being
having
here.
you around,
Like,
Sam.
I love my lurkers. Y'all are the best. Like, just being here is enough.
Sam, you did good. I thought you would. I mean, not that I've got a signed confession.
Like, actually.
Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the murders, but Bronwyn...
Oh, I can't pause. Oh, yes, I can. Okay, just took a second. Just in case you're a bit on the way out or anything like that. To all, in the sound of my voice, I'm going to give a shout out to my buddy Dapper, who is awesome as soon as I can spell their username correctly, because mobile.
I feel like I maybe snuck up on that person just a little bit.
All right, what are we playing here, Dapper?
I feel bad.
When that works, just raid.
Don't mind me.
Or unless you have someone you want to raid.
People.
I actually normally don't raid, but I actually do have some people watching today, so I think that's a good idea. I wouldn't have thought of
Where
it.
this is coming from?
Let's see who's online.
Hello?
What are you playing? It kind of looks like Fortnite, but I know that isn't it. Bellbreak, okay.
Well done.
Yeah, so that shout out tool I got actually just shouts out the most popular clip. Oh wow, that's that old. It just shouts out the most popular clip on your channel. I wish it was a bit more randomized. Thanks, Chief.
My word. that
but
problem you had?
I think I want to see how much longer we have on this before I start getting into
Coroner's
raids.
report was going to
Or
say
thinking
the
about
woman was
raiding.
dead when you arrived, not after.
But
I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last...
But yeah, I'll look and see who's online.
I'm starting to think things
Yeah,
aren't
it's
as as I'd like them to be.
I got it from a friend of mine
Good person,
on here who I've been hanging out with on
definitely how it
Twitch.
looks
Jagboo.
from the outside.
They actually, I saw it in their thing. I talked to them about it. I thought it was a really cool tool. I love when a game thanks me for playing. I always feel like that's like a nice little like warm
I
thing.
am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing
But-
cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship
So-
to Juilliard.
What did y'all think about the Shapeshifting Detective?
I love all string instruments.
I think it was
but
interesting.
cello
I'm
is
a little
rich
miffed I
and
didn't guess it right because there were a lot of things sending me off the Trail of Violet, but
cello is my hobby.
I want to know if it's random. I
But
will
my
be looking
real
that up
passion
later.
is-
But yeah, it's sorry, I got halfway through my thought and then forgot. It's Twitch Guru.
I would like to
I'll
build a
DM you the
time
link. It's a really cool tool. Actually, I feel like you would get a lot of use for it.
But it is possible. I think people make
But
mistakes.
I like that it gives you a little clip when you shout somebody out instead of just like a little text thing in the chat.
I want to make better choices.
I do have it set up so it does both, because I feel like I like the clickable link for people.
You know why you're here, don't you?
No?
Because you did well.
Oh.
And you know what happens when you do well?
What is it, Will Wheaton?
Augmentation. Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14.
Oh, I got an update. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, I still got a half hour left on my normal time. So I think we're going to enter the secret debriefing.
3204, Birmingham.
I feel like this might be just them telling me about what happened in Birmingham. Switch back to gameplay. Or game face. Am I human? No, I'm Dancer.
Debrief complete. Agent ready. You can go.
Oh, I think I answered that wrong. Oh, that was anticlimactic. You can now skip previously viewed scenes. Awesome. So yeah, y'all. That was Shapeshifting Detective. I think that was a really cool game. The studio that makes this, I think, makes really great, like, why am I blanking on what it's called? FMV games. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, I have to have this. Wales Interactive is the publisher, and, the Aveke, Studios is the, developer, and I feel like they do a great job with these. They have a bunch of other ones, like I highly recommend, including The Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker. That was one I really enjoyed. But I'm gonna do a couple behind the scenes things real quick, so that we can take a look and see what's on a raid. Which Dapper, you said you might have some suggestions. Who's on and no, that's not. That's a game. Is it not? Oh, come on. I keep coughing. Like, it's still kind of screwing me up with this whole, EXE. Yeah, allergies are still fucking me up real bad, I'm real sorry about that. Oh, never mind, because I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Like I've switched some stuff around. And oh, are you still? Actually, never mind, Dapper. I know exactly. I hydrate enough. Like I finished 2 of these. Or I finished 2 like full drinks during stream. We're actually gonna raid my friend Jupiter, who's doing a great show about special interest in hyperfixation. They are amazing. I was on the show about a month or 2 ago talking about 3D printing, but they're doing one today on opera. So gonna be some real beautiful music involved and all that. So hop in there and tell them I sent you. And helps if I clicked the right button. Out of studio mode. There we go. Visual game. There we go. But they're talking about opera. So let's hop in there. Let them know we sent them some love, and I know I'll be hanging out. I believe they're a little whiles in, so we might have to catch up on the conversation ourselves, though. All right. Let me get back to face camera so that I can figure out how raids work. I am not good. That's the thing. I really need to like figure out a way to streamline this whole feature, like in my setup. I don't raid often, because usually by the time I go to raid, all right, we're gonna hop in there. Make sure you let them know oh, I didn't know that was a thing, actually. I've already found the button, so. We're gonna hop in. Y'all have a good night. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate every last one of you. Have a good Monday. Now.
At this point, so I'm just going to summarize this particular song right now. So, but part we just heard is him basically lamenting that he throws his ship at the rocks. He invites pirates to attack him. Nothing, and he's done this over and over again, and he's just cannot find the death that he so longs for.
This is the Flying Dutchman.
He, says, almost like a prayer to like the angel that told him how to lift his curse. Like, if this is like, if there is ever any hope for him, and he eventually he comes to the conclusion that no, he is going to have to wander this earth until the day of reckoning when the earth itself shatters.